You know, the thing I love about the NFL is that it's like the ultimate meritocracy. It doesn't matter how much they're paying you, what your last contract was, what school you came out of, whether you won a Heisman. When you're getting into training camp and they're valuing your skill set and they're determining whether you're going to be on the starting roster, it is purely based on your skill and your ability to help that team win. It doesn't matter who you were 10 years ago, 5 years ago, or even a season ago. And this is what they say, like, the NFL is a business. So when they say the NFL is a business, why don't we treat our businesses like businesses? So many of you are running your organizations like a family rather than a professional sports team. And I'll tell you, everybody says they want to have a high-performing team and they want to be able to hit these goals and these targets and make this great impact. And then they're unwilling to make the decisions necessary to lead a high-performing team, which is setting a standard and reinforcing the standard. And guess what? High performers absolutely love that. They love to be on a type of team like that where there's a high standard and you're going for championships and you can play ball at a high level and you're doing great work that's mentally challenging for them and it's stimulating and it's engaging. They're taking on very challenging cases. Every year the firm is growing and evolving and creates new opportunities for them. Like, that's exciting for a high performer, but it makes a low performer very uncomfortable because they're looking at it and they're saying, look, but I've been here for 10 years, 15 years, maybe 20 years, but I don't know how to use an iPad. I don't know, little kids know how to use iPads, so maybe you can figure it out. I don't know about this AI stuff, or I don't know about our case management platform. I just don't understand how to click around in there. I don't understand how to scan documents. You better get to learning, because you can't say that just because you don't know how to do something, but the organization needs you to know how to do this, and the organization needs you to be able to learn. So you can't just say, my lack of knowledge is somehow some excuse that prevents me from basically taking part in the necessary needs of the firm. It's silly. The more and more I think about this, it's just silly. Maybe there was a point in society where you learned, certain skills, and then those skills would guide you through the rest of your life because nothing would change. But as we've seen things evolve with evolution and technology, in many cases you're finding that, like, what kids are being taught in school doesn't even represent what the jobs are going to be once they graduate. So the onus is on the individual to develop their skills and constantly be learning and evolving so that they are prepared for what's coming next. If you don't do this, you're going to be in a world of pain. It's not organization specific. It's the needs of the market. When somebody is outdated, they don't have the skills that organizations need, there's just not a place for them. And this is where, like, maybe there's a case for universal base income. People can just sit at home, get kind of a monthly check, give them their Netflix and just keep them okay, keep them satiated. But in a competitive market where you've got other businesses growing and learning and improving, you're competing against law firms that are also improving. If you fail to develop your team and your organization and your people, well, life's going to be very, very difficult.